When you hear she is art,
Mm-hmm.
what is the first thing that comes to mind?
Body.
Body.
I mean, what's more natural, what's more artistic than your form, I guess.
Hmm. And if you don't mind me asking you, how many times have you been heartbroken?
Twice.
Twice.
Mm-hmm.
And in that time, do you feel that you let yourself down?
I think the first time I got my heart broken, I let myself down. I was young, so you let the sadness consume you. You don't see that there's more to life. You know, your world is over at that point. But yeah, the second time I had my heart broken was not too long ago, and I was quite resilient. And once you step on the other side of fear, it's so beautiful. And I think people don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it depends on what kind of heartbroken it is.
That's true.
Feel like, love is infinite. So if one love ends, you can make more,
I like that.
And if you love yourself, then you always have it,
Yeah. Which is where I was going next is both of those experiences, being heartbroken and letting yourself down in the process.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel that's affected your relationship with yourself?
I think the first time I got my heart broken, you go through the motions, like you don't eat, you lose weight, you can't sleep, you feel sick. The second time I got my heart broken, I didn't really go through any of that. Or if I did, it was in a very short amount of time.
Okay. And would you say that you've forgiven yourself?
Yeah.
For all of the above?
Absolutely. Because in reference to love, like if it's a relationship where you've gotten your heart broken, a lot of people think like the hardest part to think about it is taking all the blame, but you realize someone else's actions don't indicate who I am. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's separating yourself from that and realizing that, you know what, he decided to hurt me, but that doesn't make me any less wonderful. Mm-hmm. I could be wonderful again.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is part of the loving yourself. Mm-hmm. And how your relationship changes and with yourself and mm-hmm. how you grow with yourself.
Right.
In that aspect. How does your relationship with yourself, how has it changed after having your daughter? Like, do you love yourself the same? Do you love yourself more? Or how do you feel it's made you a better woman?
It's made me a better woman because I realized how strong I am. I was someone of my friends who they thought would be the last of us to get pregnant because, not that I didn't want children, but I just had this stigma and this fear about childbirth, about what would happen to my body, and I ended up having like the most beautiful pregnancy. I delivered and I was a warrior. Like I love myself a whole lot more having gone through that experience, and now in mom mode, not losing myself, maintaining my beauty, my sexuality, my confidence, and looking at this smiling face every day reminds me that, I'm always around love and beauty.
How does that affect your creativity? Or just in general, because you mentioned to me before, how did you discover that you were creative?
I discovered I was creative shortly after I decided to stay home and take care of my daughter. I was working in the events industry for many years. I thought that was just what I was set out to do. And when I decided to stay home and take care of my daughter, just by habit of being home, you cook more. I do love to cook, and I went to culinary school, but I had never pursued anything in it, because in my head I'm like, oh, I have to just be a chef, and I didn't want to be a chef. But I didn't realize there was another avenue for my creativity. So being home and cooking, and I love to make my plate beautiful, and it just kind of came together where I decided I'm going to capture this, I'm going to record this, I'm going to document this, and that's how it came to fruition.
So you blog and you take pictures of plated food. You plate your
Yes.
food beautifully, and
Thank you.
I love the way you plate your food, actually. And your pictures are amazing. Having a partner and a daughter, how does that what is the one thing that you do daily that is solely for you, that keeps you sane, like for your inner being?
I don't know if it's one thing that I do. I think that coming into this transition, as far as my career, as far as me evolving as a woman, I have learned to speak life into myself when I get down, and I feel like that's done wonders for my transition thus far. I feel like my passion project has come a long way because I vocalize what I want. I have a very spiritual sister friend that I love, and she, tells me, you're a deliberate creator. Create it. You know what I mean? Like, if it's in your head, your thoughts will manifest, and you got to put the right things in your head. So I don't say that there's like a moment or a ritual. I'll smoke sometimes just to ease my mind for the day, but I won't say there's one thing. I think just throughout the day, learning to like manifest and speak life and stay positive is what I do for myself. My new definition of success is waking up, being grateful, and living in your power, developing your passions, and affecting positive change around you. I would say that that's success. I would consider myself a success right now, even though by old Rosanna standards, what I'm doing right now is completely unorthodox and scary. And I would say in the last year, or last couple months actually, it's been a radical change.